So hi everyone, welcome to my opening video of the Ticket to Ride 10th anniversary edition. I was going to do an unboxing video, unfortunately I was too excited when it arrived, so I've already unwrapped it. Everything inside is already unwrapped, but I thought I'd just give you a look to see what's in the box. So I know some of you might be considering buying it. It's a good idea to see what's in there, so we'll get started. So firstly the box, you probably can't notice it because I've got nothing to compare it to, but it is bigger than the standard box, and that's because they have made the map in this edition bigger as well. So if we open the lid, bear with me 1 second while I do that. Okay, so first thing when you get inside the box, you can see you've got your registration card, so you can register your game online, and that will get you a 10% off voucher in the shop for anything you buy online from Days of Wonder website. The next thing in the box is the instruction guide. It's got several languages in there. It's only a double side is the instructions, and then you go on to the next language. Next thing in the box is the board. What I'm going to do is just open the board out just so you can see how big that is. So the board is 6 times the size of the box. As you can see, the illustration on there is in much more depth than previously seen in these games. Next up in the box you've got 5 scoring counters, 1 for each player. You've got 5 sets of train cars. They each come in this edition in a tin. And inside the tin you've got 48 of each car, 45 for the game and 3 spares. But as you can see again, they're in much more detail than what you would normally get in the boxes. So I'll flip these for you. So you've got the Circus, Metropolitan, Black Cat Railroad, Central. So that's the trains, and then in the box you've also got obviously your train cards. So as you can see, your train cards there, with new artwork, so locomotives, your carriages. There's 110 train cards in the box, and destination tickets. That's the next thing in there. So you've got 69 destination tickets, again with improved artwork on there. And this set, as well as including your standard destination tickets, has also got Big Cities, 1910 and Mystery Train as well. So that's the destination tickets. In addition to that, you've also got 1 bonus card, which features 10 bonus points for the longest track, and also 15 bonus points for the most tickets collected. What I'll do in a second is just go through for you over some of the rules and how to generally play the game for any newbies to the game. So what we're going to do now is just show you a brief idea of how the game works, what you need to do, what the main rules are. So when you begin the game, each player will have a scoring token, and these will match whichever set of cars you're doing. So this instance, if I was playing red, I have the red cars to match, which are the Circus cars. When you start the game, we start off with 45 cars, and you will then be given at random 4 train cards. So you have 4 cards at random to begin the game. You'll also be given 3 tickets. On each ticket is a destination, and the idea of the game is that you would run the route on the board to make up this destination that's on the ticket. In this instance it's Chicago to Atlanta. So if you look on the board, Atlanta is here, and the aim of the game would be to get you up to Chicago, which is here. If you do that successfully, you'll then score the points that are in the corner of the card. So in this instance, you get 5 points. The other way to score points is throughout the game, whenever you make a track, you'll get a number of points in accordance with what's stated on the board. So if you claim a route which has got 4 carriages on it, you get 7 points. If you claim a route that's got 5 carriages, you get 10 points, and so on and so forth. At the beginning of the game, you're issued with 3 tickets. You have to then decide which ticket you want to keep. You have to keep either 2 or 3. You can only discard 1 ticket at the start of the game. Following on from that, on each player's go, you have one of 3 options. You can either take 2 new train cards. As you can see, there's 5 face up here. Any of the coloured train cards is classed as 1 card. The locomotive card, which is a wild card and can be played as any colour, will be classed as 2 cards. So on your go, you could take either 1 face-up locomotive or 2 other cards. Alternatively, you can draw from the pile, which is blind. If you draw a locomotive from there, that's fine, it still counts as 1 card, and you can go on to draw another one. The second thing that you can do in your go is you can take new ticket cards, destination cards. So if you take 3 destination cards, you then have to keep at least 1 of them, and then you return any that you don't want back to the pile. The third and final action that you can take on a go is to lay down or claim a route on the board. So just as an example, if I wanted to claim this route on the board from Denver to Kansas City, I could play either 4 black carriages or 4 orange carriages. Just for this example, we're going to use 4 orange carriages. So to do that, I need to put in 4 orange cards. They will then be discarded because I've used them. Now go into a separate discard pile. And then my 4 carriages will go on the board. To show that I now own that route. You'll notice between Denver and Kansas City there is 2 separate coloured routes, 1 orange and 1 black. If you're playing a 2 or 3 player game, only one of these routes can be claimed and then the other route is invalid. If you're playing a 4 or 5 player game, then both routes can be played during gameplay. Also on the board you'll notice some grey track. The grey track you can use any colour to make up, but the same rules apply that you need all of the same colour. So for example, if you want to claim between Winnipeg and Sault Ste. Marie, you can see there's 6 carriages required. They would have to be either 6 of the same colour or made up of 6 of a combination of 1 colour and locomotive cards, which again are wild cards. That's the general sort of rules of gameplay. When you get to a point where one player is left with either 2 carriages or less, that signifies that the last round will begin. After that point, every player will get 1 more turn, and the player who got down to 2 carriages or less will also have 1 more turn. That will then be the end of the game. What you then do is check how many tickets people have completed. If they're successfully completed, you add the points to your total. If you didn't manage to complete them, you take them off your total. You then check who has the longest route. That's the longest continuous route around the board, and they will then get the bonus card and add 10 points to their total. The winner of the game is the person who ends up with the most points overall. As I say, that is just a general overview of gameplay, how it works. If you do have any questions, do let me know in the comments, but I would recommend reading the rules before you play.